6 on Your Side at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining 6 on Your Side for our special Your Voice, Your Vote 2019 election night coverage. I'm Don Nelson. A number of major city leadership positions up for grabs tonight. Polls officially closed about 2 hours ago and results are coming in. And of course, one of the most closely watched contests is the race for Boise mayor. With exploding growth, the city is rapidly changing. Voters had to decide whether to stick with the man who helped get us here or choose a new mayor to lead us into the future. And right now, with the votes still being counted, voters are favoring a new but familiar face, City Council President Lauren McLean, leading incumbent Boise Mayor Dave Beaters. You can see the numbers at the bottom of your screen. ACHD Commission President Rebecca Arnold and former Boise Mayor Brent Coles round out the top 4. With so many major candidates, the possibility of a runoff hangs over the race. We will talk about that in just a moment. Voters in Boise were also being asked to weigh in on the 2 propositions, both of which deal with major city project proposals, a new library and a downtown stadium. Voting yes on either measure would restrict the City Council's ability to proceed on either project without a city-wide election. It is a little confusing. People would refer to it as a vote for a vote. So, Proposition 1, winning handily, as you can see at this point, 51.1%, and Proposition 2, commanding an even stronger majority of yes votes. Both propositions need just a simple majority. That's 50% plus the 1 to pass. Now, big changes could be coming to the Boise City Council. Half of the six-member body was up for election tonight, with just one of those incumbents hoping to retain their spot. Lawyer Patrick Bigent is also leading the race, as you can see the numbers here, with 5,000 votes. Karen Danley in second place with 2,800, a little over 2,800, 2,883 votes, second place behind him. C3. Now this is an interesting one. Neck and neck, 2-person race between Boise Bike Project founder Jimmy Halliburton and Ballet Idaho marketing director Meredith Steed. As you can see right now, a close race with Jimmy Halliburton just up a little bit. And seat 5. This is the one of the 3 races that had the incumbent city council member in. That would be Elaine Clegg. As you can see right now, she is comfortably ahead with a little over 8,600 votes from her challengers. Now, we will have more results from all across the Treasure Valley in just a moment, and you can find comprehensive coverage of the vote anytime. All you have to do is go to 6onyourside.com. Now, joining me now are our political analysts, Dr. Jacqueline Kettler from Boise State University. We welcome Dr. Kettler into the studios for the first time, and Dr. Jasper LeCalzi from the College of Idaho, who's been in these parts for a few years.
A couple years.
Welcome both. Dr. Kettler, first of all, the props, did that have anything to do with the turnout in Boise?
That's a great question. There are some people who are really passionate about those issues, but I really think it's the mayoral race that's bringing people out to vote. They were very active campaigns, active challengers, so I think that's what a lot of people are turning out.
Had a lot of people talking, and it was a little confusing. Was a yes a no, or a no was a yes? But we showed the results, and we'll give you more on that. Jasper, let's talk about this race for the mayor with Mayor Beater and Lauren McLean on the city council. If you don't get 50%,
We'll do this all over again. We'll be back in another month or about that time, you know, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, which could be really, really difficult to figure out what would happen then. Clayton's getting pretty close, but it's really tough to do. Which often happens, though, whoever wins in the first round usually wins in the second round, too, especially if it's close.
And she campaigned on transparency, right?
Yeah.
That was her big...
Well, a lot of it, I think, was as much personality, and it was change. Everybody wants change. We wanted change with Obama, change with Trump. Everybody always wants change. She wanted change. And Beater's been around for a long time, and there's a lot of new people in the city who looking for something different.
Okay, quick answer. I'll ask you the same question for both of you. Is something you're keeping an eye on that wasn't grabbing headlines?
That Boise City Council District 3, man, that's a tight race, and I think that's going to be a competitive one down the line.
Okay, Jasper?
Me, I'm looking at Meridian Seat 1. Liz Strader going to win. Why? Because she's my former student. I taught her everything. If she wins, it's because she was my former student. And I think she will. She ran a great campaign, perfect campaign.
And if she doesn't, you're out of College of Idaho
I'm
in May.
getting fired.
Oh, you're out of there anyhow. Okay, thank you both for sharing your insight on it. But all the numbers are coming in, of course, at the Ada County Elections Office, and that's where McKenna King is live. She's been out there all night tracking all the numbers, and she joins us live with what's happening at this moment in time. McKenna.
Don, it's a busy evening here at the Ada County Elections Office. We've got those absentee ballot numbers in, the early voting numbers, and some precincts are already reporting this evening. That's what's being counted behind me here at the Ada County Elections Office. Now, in those back windows, you can see cars driving up, and those are dropping off the voting machines from each individual precinct across the valley. And then they're taking the thumb drives out here, and that's what's plugged into the computer and calculates those votes from each individual precinct across the valley. Now, there has been some concern that there might be a runoff election in both the city of Boise and the city of Eagle. Now, in order to win the mayoral races, a candidate must get 50% of the votes plus one in Boise and Eagle. Concerns have been raised, though, over the last few months that a runoff election might have to be held in both Boise and or Eagle for the office of mayor. A runoff election would be between the two candidates who received the highest number of votes in the general election. The concern for runoff in Boise was raised after City Council President Lauren McLean declared her candidacy for mayor, running against current Mayor Dave Beater. McLean raised $244,000 in campaign contributions, just shy of Mayor Beater's $298,000. If the Boise mayoral election does result in a runoff, McLean has $126,000 left over for her campaign, and Mayor Beater has $104,000 left over. In Eagle, a three-way race, which includes current Mayor Stan Ridgway and local business owner Jason Pierce, has raised concern for runoff. Mayor Ridgway received just over $16,000 in campaign contributions, while Jason Pierce received nearly double that, coming in at around $30,000. Now, if a runoff election does happen in either Boise or Eagle, it would be held on December 3rd. We should have those results in the next couple of hours, and we'll keep you posted on whether or not there will be a runoff. That would be another vote for you as voters in either the city of Eagle or Boise. Live at the Ada County Election Office, McKenna King, 6 on your side.
All right, thanks, McKenna. There are a lot of numbers we want to point out. As always, go to 6onyourside.com to get updated on all those percentages and numbers. Mayoral races happening all over the valley. Of course, a big one in the city of Meridian, electing a new mayor after incumbent Tammy DeVere decided to step down after 4 terms at City Hall of Meridian. Right now, it looks like her former chief of staff, as you can see right here, Robert Simison, is enjoying a solid lead. He was the chief of staff for Tammy DeVere out there in Meridian, 46%, with Meridian State Legislator Joe Palmer getting into the mayoral race, coming in second. And like Boise, Meridian has a 6-member city council with half its seats up for the election this year. Seat 1 leading heavily toward Elizabeth Strader right now. Let me get out of the way just a little bit. And Jessica Peralt is leading the race for seat 5. Now, we will have more results from all across the valley a little later in this show, and you can, as I just reminded, you can always find comprehensive results at any time at our website at 6onyourside.com.